If you know me, you know I've been a part of some love triangles, but this is a fight triangle and it's taking place in the lightweight division between Jojo Diaz, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney. It's been brewing for a couple of weeks now, but things went up another notch following Matchroom's Eddie Hearn appearance on this very show last week. Here was Eddie's response when we asked him about what's next for Devin Haney.
I don't think Ryan Garcia is going to fight this year, personally, right? So, Jojo Diaz, this is the call out to you. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? I mean, you know, and I know Jojo will fight anyone and he's not afraid of anyone, but ultimately, Jojo was waiting to see what the position would be. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Now, if Ryan Garcia doesn't fight this year, it has to be Jojo Diaz.
And Jojo Diaz responds to that. He says, man, I'm sick of the both of these dudes who want to fight. And he tags Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. And Ryan responds, it's no secret I'm in talks to fight Jojo Diaz. I don't know why there is so much discussion. And Jojo response is, because we don't know if you're going to pull out or not. Also, on Monday, it was reported that the WBC has ordered Jojo Diaz to defend his WBC interim lightweight belt versus Ryan Garcia. That's a lot to unpack, Barack. Now, it's a bit confusing when we don't know what Ryan Garcia is doing next. We know Devin Haney is waiting on deck for a fight, whether it's with Ryan or Jojo Diaz. I think the fight that he wants is Jojo Diaz now after him beating Fortuna. But what's your take on what the WBC just ordered, Barack?
Well, it seems like Devin Haney's not getting any one of those guys. Well, if you ask my take on that, it's strange to me because who orders the two second place guys to fight? You know, who orders the fight for an interim belt? Like, both guys won the interim belt to fight the champion. Devin Haney's the champion. So, okay, Ryan Garcia didn't want to fight him, but he said he was going to fight Tank. That didn't work out or whatever. Then he took his sabbatical. Now, Jojo Diaz, the reason why that's strange is because back in July, on July 10th actually, and that's the thing, when social media, there's always a trail. And this is Twitter trail. On July 10th, he said that he wanted to fight Haney. He's like, shut your goofy behind up, whatever, let's fight before the end of this year. And Haney's like, bet. Now all of a sudden, it's Ryan Garcia. Now understand, Ryan Garcia is a bigger fight, so you can't fault a man for that. But when the WBC gets involved to force a fight, it kind of, I'm sure it makes the champion mad. If you're the champion, you're supposed to be getting the pick of the litter. You're supposed to be getting these guys. And it's like Devin Haney is not getting the fights he deserves and the fights that he wants.
Yeah, Barack, but what normally, typically when a fighter is forced to take a fight, it's usually the champion that is forced to take on the challenger. Usually that's the guy that's ordered. So it's a little weird here because they don't have to order Devin to fight anybody. He's willing to fight any of those guys. Right. So if those guys don't want to fight him, then he's in a bad place because they don't have to order anybody to fight him. So as far as them ordering, this interim title, it's just simple. Jojo Diaz and Ryan Garcia both are with Golden Boy. They rather those two guys fight with each other. That's what Golden Boy rather do, especially with all the chatter with Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya kind of throwing shots at each other. So he's figuring, why give Devin a shot right now when we can put Jojo against Ryan? At some point, they're all going to lead. Roads are going to lead to Devin Haney at some point if they're all in that division. Especially if Teofimo Lopez goes on and move up to 140, and we don't know what Tank Davis is going to do. We do know that Lomachenko is still at 135. So, all roads are going to have to lead to Devin at some point. But right now, Golden Boy is doing what's best for them.
Yeah, and I understand that. I'm not mad at the particular fight. But think about this. You work your whole career to get a belt. You get one, and you expect the bullseye to be on your back now, and then you can't even get the fights to define your legacy, and that really sucks, man. So him and Andrade and guys like that are just in bad positions, holding titles. Of course, Andrade's worse because he's older, holding titles and not getting the fights that they want.
Now, what fight would you rather see? Well, I would ask this: what fight do you think would be more entertaining comparing Jojo Diaz and Ryan Garcia or Jojo Diaz and Devin Haney?
That's a good question. I think they're both going to be entertaining because of Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz is going to go forward. He can box as well, but I think he's going to pressure these guys. I think he's going to pressure them both. And so they both have potential to be exciting. It's just maybe you look at Ryan Garcia because he has that speed and he has that pop, and he has that one-punch knockout power, which we've seen Devin display it before as well. So they both have the potential because of Jojo Diaz, I believe.
Right. And the bigger fight, obviously, is with Ryan Garcia, with either guy. If Ryan decides to fight Devin at some point, that's a huge fight as well.